I want to welcome everybody. Hope you're having a nice day. Welcome to the first episode of the
Pointless thoughts.
Pointless Thoughts. Yeah, yeah. We gonna go
Yeah.
with Pointless Thoughts. I don't know if the title's gonna stay the same within like the next 6 months, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Cause hey, we out here. But welcome to the first episode. I got a friend with me, people. This is a good friend. This is a wise guy. I had to get him for the first episode. Got my guy Mike with me.
How's
Mike,
it going? How's it
Mike, tell him
going?
about yourself, Mike.
Well, I'm a kid just trying to. Well, no, I'm not even a kid, man. To be honest, I'm a young college student just trying to grow and prevail. That's about it,
Word,
man.
I feel that.
I got ideas.
So
Yeah.
wait, we were talking about something earlier, right? You were about to talk about something earlier. What was you saying?
Oh, how I was fed up with people.
Yeah. What's up with that? What's up with
I
that?
just got, I got tired of people, man. I woke up one morning and throughout the day it hit me like, man, I can't stand people, man. You got these people that are tryhards and they all look the same. They all look the same, almost act the same. They do the same things. It's a different day.
So wait, let me ask you this question. When you say tryhards, what do you? Well, yeah, I don't get that.
You
I don't.
know,
What you mean by that?
I say some people are tryhards. It's something I picked up on. Like a subject like racism. Like you gonna witness it and notice it all the time and say
Right.
it's like, bro, this is old, man. Come on now.
So you saying like it's redundant?
Yes, you got those people that wear designer just to like get that attention.
Okay. Okay.
Wear the same Jordans, wear the same Vans, got the same hairdos, got the same clothes, and that just like gets to me. And I'm like,
What I mean,
man,
well, like it's like how can they change that though? You can't like straight up switch up your outfit. Like, you know what I mean, you can't just be buying outfits every week. Everybody ain't popping. You feel what I'm saying?
you're right about that, but it's like, I would want to know like why you wearing what you wearing, man? Like, what's your intent?
I
You
feel
know?
I feel like somebody ticked you off. I feel like it's like one person just got you in your bag.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that, man. It's just I was out one day and I was like, bro, I see the same guys. It's the same kind of people too. It's like it's this class. We talking about classes, right?
Mm.
You got these black people that wear Gucci belts. They wear Jordans.
Mm.
White people they wear their, the girls they wear their big old t-shirts and their little short shorts
Word.
and some Nike runs or something.
Mm.
And then Asians, they wear what they wear.
They were.
They're probably. It's not even the fact that they wear what they wear. It's like a mix up. You know, you
Okay.
got those Asians that fit in with the white culture as far as what they wear, which are like gym outfits or
Mm.
something, and then
I have
they
noticed
can
that
dress
though.
up.
Like white people do like I gotta say like when it comes to I ain't gonna say white attire. It's kind of bad. But
Nah,
when it comes to like the sports whole kind of vibe with the joint.
sporty fit for
Yeah,
sure, for
sporty
sure.
shit. Yeah, white people got that shit on lock. Like I don't. That's all I see them wearing. Like
Yeah,
fucking beat up ass running shoes. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I
yeah.
ain't gonna hate on your hustle. Hello, but they got that shit on lock. That's one thing I did notice. And you know what? Now that I think about it, you right. You like
Adidas pants, you, same thing, man.
you right. You right. So what would you say would be a solution to that though?
A solution would be to have your own. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, man. I know, my solution would be to create, and find those people that will be willing to create with me.
So would you say like your issue would probably be like you see it's not as much as like seeing the same thing over and over again, but it's like seeing the same thing and people want attention for it. Would that be a better way of
Not,
explaining that?
it's more of seeing the same thing. It's very little diversity
Okay.
with product in general.
Okay. So would you be mad at so that makes me want to ask the question though: are you mad at people? Or are you mad at the brand though?
That's a good question. I think the people are the brand. The people decide to become the brand. So it's not like I can be mad at the brand or the people because people they gonna like what they like.
You right.
You know, regardless of whether I think it's wrong or stupid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna like what they're like. And for me, it's just why not give these other people an opportunity? Not saying that I don't do it. I know I don't give these people an opportunity because I don't like what they have. It's this website called Designed by Humans. It takes people, not ideas, but it takes the liking of what people really admire. Like what I like. I like Naruto. You like Dragon Ball Z. Something like that, for example. And they cultivate it into whether it's a mug, clothing, or hoodies, sweatshirts. Those things in particular, stickers. And I just find it to be brilliant because it's not Adidas, it's not Nike, it's not Puma. It's designed by humans.
So more of what you're like saying is like, I get what you're saying. So it's like why spend all this money and all this time on like brands and shit where you can get something that you like. Okay, I I understand what you're going for. Like I visualize it, I see it, but like I'm trying to put it into words because this is a fucking podcast. But
Yeah.
it's more of like, why buy Vans where you can get some
Like you got some shoes I ain't never seen before.
right.
And I find that very unique about you. That's a jacket I've never seen before, it has so many colors about it.
Yeah, I mean that's like that's really a habit of mine. Like I like to get shit like I don't see people with. That's like I like to get rare shit. Like that's why I like most of my shoes are collab shoes. Like it's a collab with another artist.
That's probably why I like you so much.
Yeah, I like the because it's like the one thing. Some people have nice shit. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like some, but like these shoes I'm finna get the Stranger Things Cortezes, right? But like, any other person, I'm not gonna say any other person, but some people would just get regular Cortezes. Why don't you get a regular Cortez and get some shit like that? But me, like, I've never worn a pair of Cortezes, but like, I was like, shit, that's a collab with like like that's unique. You feel what I'm saying? Rather than, and I like Stranger Things. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just think I think what you're trying to explain might be like there's a lack of diversity in style in today's current climate. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's more brand heavy that rather than like inspirational heavy, like art heavy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you think you taking something and making it your own,
Right.
but you're not. You are in a sense because you're like, hey, I like what he has. I'm gonna wear him too.
Okay.
Of course, it's gonna be something that you wear. It's gonna be your fit because not only you gonna take his pants, his Adidas pants, but you're gonna add your own pair of shoes to it. You're gonna add your own accessories to it. You're gonna add your own cologne to it. It's gonna be unique to you. But what I see, that thing, man, it sucks. It actually gets boring, man. I was just so fed up with life, man. I be seeing the same cars. I be tired of seeing the same cars.
I
I'm
think it's
starting
more
to
of
have
like
tunnel vision, man.
I think it's like a simulation effect. Like you just feel like you wake up and you see the same.
I'm in the
shit.
Matrix,
Yeah,
bro.
that type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I mean, I had a feeling like that, like some months back. Like, damn, like I wouldn't say I didn't get more irritated about it or like this is annoying. I think I was more like it was more of like a what the fuck type of thing. I was like, what the hell? Like everybody like has the same shit. Like for instance, I'm not a fan of the whole Adidas pants and Jordan's style. That shit is whack in my opinion. I don't like that shit's corny as hell to me. Personally, that's just personally. And not even just because it's like two different brands, but like it's so basic. You feel what I'm saying? It's just it's like you can just get some joggers. You feel what I'm saying? Rather than getting some Adidas pants.
I understand that.
Yeah, like
Now,
it's $45 fucking dollars.
it is, and I feel like with that is, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, I've recently gotten 2 pair of Adidas pants. Now, these aren't the Adidas pants that you see everybody else wear.
Yeah, like the skinny joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are some ones that, I've actually took the time and done some research on and sought that, one is for the creator that you are. I looked into the description, and that's what made me want to get the pants, because I'm like, is it a quality pant? Is it, quality material? Adidas is known for the quality material.
Yeah.
It's probably another thing why they have so many shoppers, because they're supposedly known for their quality material, and then, you got some things that's recycled, and it's like, and then it's another thing, Adidas, they recently had this type of color I like, and it's like a sweatpants that was originally made.
What color is
like it was like a greenish color. I don't normally wear green.
It was like a pastel green, or like you got green on. This is funny.
It's like I got green on. What you mean? I don't got no green on.
Oh shit, that's listen, guys, listen. Hey, I'm colorblind, okay? Don't eat me alive. You feel what I'm saying? Please don't.
Like I can't really explain what kind of green it is, man. It's a unique green. I actually liked it. And I was like, it's original. It's like the actual first thing. So I was like, why not? So I got that, and also I'm trying to, do this thing, get more sweatpants. It's getting cold soon.
Yeah, it's finna be. Yeah, I feel like this winter is finna be like brick as hell. Like, I don't know. That week scared me. That 1 week we had, it was like cold. I was like,
oh, that's the week I was sick.
Like, bro, it was like kind of ridiculous.
That was
like
Wednesday night. We went to that volleyball game.
Yeah, that shit was unsettling. Like, I walked out like that morning, like I had on shorts and shit. Like the day before, some bullshit. Let me tell you about this bullshit. Like the day before, I walked out with, I had a fit on, but I was hot as hell all day. So in my mind, I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm finna go home, and I ain't coming out. And tomorrow, I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna wear the shorts and the long sleeves with the non-high top shoes. It's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna be chilling, cooling. I walk outside. It's like 50-something degrees outside. I'm walking like this, like shivering and shit. Like,
and you like the cold. Come on.
yeah, exactly. I like the cold, but like not when I got shorts on. No,
Yeah.
there's no reason for anybody to have shorts on while it's cold. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
I can't do that. My knees start aching.
Never that.
But I was gonna say something about that. Yeah, the weather was crazy, and that's another thing I'm interested in: long sleeve shirts.
Bruh, me too.
Yeah.
That's new to me. Like, I don't know. Like me, Daniel, and Stefan was at the mall, and because Stefan had to get a couple things, and I looked at Daniel. He had a long sleeve. I was like, bro, I need more. I was like, I need more.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah,
Especially
you really
with the
can't.
weather changing. The long sleeve shirts really have their benefits, and that's why I sought to want to pursue more long sleeve shirts.
And on top of that, well,
yeah, go ahead.
My fault, I ain't mean to cut you off. But and on top of that, it's like, I don't know, like me and short sleeves ain't been fucking with each other for like the past year or so. Like I'm tired of fucking buying short sleeve shirts and the shit shrinks on me after I wash it. Okay, I don't care. Like, yo, I should not lift up my arms and my shit is right here. You know what I'm saying? Like the shirt goes above my belly.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I just bought, like, this shit happened to me. It's probably because it's from H&M. You know what I mean? But I bought a shirt from H&M. I wore that shit twice. Put it back on. I look like I've been wearing a shirt since middle school. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was so mad. I was like, yo, come on. I didn't even pay for it, but still, I was like upset. I was like, yo, like, it's a brand new shirt. Like, now I look tiny. And it was a large too. The shit was big on me when I first got it.
You normally wear a large shirt?
I normally wear a large. No, it's I'm in that like weird stage where it's like large to medium.
Same.
Yeah, so it's like I just default get shit on large, but it makes me want to get shit on extra L, like XL and stuff like that. Like,
Where do you wash your clothes in?
I wash.
I mean, like, I know you wash them in the washing machine, but like, it's cold.
Yeah, I'm cold.
Cold out.
Cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they shrink on you?
Yes.
That's
Yes. Yeah, I think it's the quality of the shirt. I really
It
think
could
it is.
possibly be.
Polo don't do it to me. Hello. Polo don't do that. That's right. Polo, please give me a sponsor. I swear to God, please. I beg of you. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I really want a sponsor if this ever goes up. You feel me? But one thing I was gonna ask you is like, well, not even ask. I was just gonna say like, maybe, like style, maybe someone's style isn't really. I don't want to say.
Nothing's original.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, nothing's really original. But maybe somebody's style is like, maybe some people just don't care. Maybe that's why you see that many things. Because if you notice, like I've met a lot of people in my time, and I said in my time, like I'm like 45, but I've met a lot of people, and most of the people I've been meeting recently have been saying, yeah, I don't really care. Like, it's a cool looking, decent looking Nike shoe.
I wear what I want to wear.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? I don't really think it's like, you know,
I want to say that's a cover up, but you know,
I can see how it's a cover up. You feel what I'm saying? Because I say that shit a lot, but I can see how that's a cover up because somebody might be like, "Oh, I wear what I want," and they only wear Nike, and it's like, you only wear Nike because everybody else wears Nike. You feel what I'm saying?
that could possibly be it.
But and then you can also use like, "Oh, if you wore what you want, why don't you wear no, fucking,
You know, you go
TV
with
show shirt?"
yeah, you go with what's fashionably acceptable.
Fashion is subjective anyway. So
Yeah.
what you might see and you might think is boring, somebody might think that shit is hot. I mean, shit, like I said earlier, niggas still wearing Adidas pants and Jordans and posting that shit on Instagram like they the flyest dude in the city. You know what I mean?
Can't stand it, man.
Style is weird, man. Like style, I don't know. Style, I think also actually it brings up one of the questions I have to ask you. Do you think our generation has like an identity crisis? I think so.
An identity crisis.
Yeah, man.
So what do you mean by identity crisis?
Hold on. Let me get my notes. Wait. I done changed my position on my mic like 8 times already. This is horrible. I don't care though.
You getting into what you about to do?
Exactly.
That's how I feel about it.
I'm finding my niche.
Yeah.
But I had like two things like written down really. But like
Okay.
I said the generation have identity. Like people being like trying to latch on to things that isn't really them, but because of like pretty much involving it with like style. To be honest, you could bounce off that, but like to make the topic more broad, like I feel like our generation has an identity crisis. I think one of the reasons is because of social media. Like nobody knows what they truly like simply because everything is so heavily influenced. And I say that as in like, for instance, people who wear certain things. I want to get off the topic of that. I don't know. People who like certain things is like influence.
By people who like Nike.
Yeah, definitely. So but I think with our generation, it's worse, and it's because of social media.
Like social media, when you get on social media, you see nothing but celebrities, and you're gonna want to know what they wear.
I mean,
You know, I know a few people that do that now.
Definitely when it comes to style, but like as a broad okay. I really reason why I didn't give an example because I didn't want to use this example at first, but fuck it. My friend, I ain't gonna say his name,
Yeah.
but one of my friends, he acts a certain way, and it's like it's real animated, but it's like I can tell a lot of like your actions are influenced by like what you see on the internet and what you see on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't really like this if this wasn't jumping right now. You wouldn't be doing this type of shit if it wasn't. You start to understand the question,
He's
right?
like getting on the train.
Yeah.
Like bandwagon.
Yeah, bandwagon, but like a little bit more deeper than that. But in a nutshell, yes, like that's what I mean. But like our generation has an identity crisis. Like I feel like we bandwagon a lot, and I like nobody just because we bandwagon, we don't like we don't really know what we want. I want to get your opinions on that. Like, what do you think? Do you think I think so. I definitely think so.
I think we have an identity crisis for sure, man, because you know, the only person I can actually use is myself. You know, to best relate to this. You know, I'm not saying that I have an identity crisis, but I have many inspirations in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when, for Naruto, for example, you know, I take as a human being. See, that's the thing too. You know, I just agreed with you saying that we have an identity crisis, but I am a different person.
Yeah, it's like
I'm a
it's
different
weird.
person, man.
But like I think you can definitely see there's like a clear disconnect with.
I can see that because you know everybody wants to be a Barbie, everybody
Yeah.
wants to be Drake,
Everybody wants
Odell.
to be everything but themselves, and I feel like that's an issue, and that's definitely that's really annoying.
And this only starts with the outside, which is with dressing. Now to look inside of you know who they actually want to be or see themselves as, I just feel like that deals with conversation. Uh, and for some people, it's kind of hard to just get that out of them because maybe, again, like they're always wearing makeup. You know,
Hmm.
they hide behind the mask. Remember that film we was looking at?
Yeah,
The Mask You Live
yeah.
In?
See, while watching that film, I was like, that's why I wanted to record this first episode earlier. But when I was watching it, that made me think about it. You know, think about the question I had because the reason why I came up with that question it was because of how my friend acts sometimes. And it's like, well, it's fucking annoying. I don't want to be around that all the time. Like, dude, you don't act like that. You act like that because you on your phone 8 hours a damn day. Like,
Do I know him?
yeah, you do.
Oh,
You
you
do.
said animated.
You have. I'll tell you after the episode. But like you, he hasn't. You know, certain people act a certain way when around certain people.
He's like, yeah, man.
We get comfortable.
Yeah, I feel that. And they're like, yippee. I'm a
Yeah.
Barbie girl, you know, something like that.
Yeah, but I'm not
Gotcha.
saying like that's just like that's what you know.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
know.
okay,
But
okay.
it's like damn, bro. And I blame it. I blame it on the cell phone, man. I really do. If I'm being honest, like get off your phone, dude. It's not hard. You know what I mean? Get off your phone.
Let me look at something right quick. Recently, let me show you. Let me tell you something. Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter. Life imitates art. So with life imitating art, this phone is a part of art itself, and life is the user. That's how I feel about it. And
That's right, people.
and
This is
so-
intellectual speak right here, and we're not.
so as you click on this app, this Instagram app, this is perfect. This is art, nothing but art. Because while you have visual aspects
It's funny because girl with a fat ass.
with the caption,
Yeah, a fat ass. Too. But go ahead.
you know, you have visual aspects like this guy right here or this
Okay.
female with a caption under it, you know. And the caption can also be known as the title.
Mm-hmm.
And I say all that just to say that, like,
Okay.
you also have likes, you know. That's one
I
of the
think
things.
likes definitely.
If it ain't getting
applies
no
to that,
likes, I ain't rocking with it.
right? Like,
you
come
know?
on, like, just see that's why I don't be on like I'm not gonna say I left social media because I occasionally get back on it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not on social media as much as I used to be simply because like I found myself caring too much about what people say, not so much as likes because I'm technically a new like I've only been on Instagram for a year now, and prior to it was like 9 years ago. So yeah, when it comes to that, it's yeah, like just that you have to kind of like tell yourself to like, oh, I don't care what people are saying, but you're getting these likes and you're like, oh, people are liking my stuff. And it's even with the word, like think about it, like you like something, that means you show an interest in something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that might be why. See, what I'm looking at right now, that's why I'm quiet, y'all, is it says his activity. How you do that?
You go to your activity, you hit the 3 bars on the right top corner of the app
Huh.
when you on your profile.
Well, it says your daily activity is 12 minutes.
My daily activity is 12 minutes
shit
average.
My shit probably the same. Look, this is how I can tell my daily activity probably low. I ain't even got it on my phone, bro. I got it on my other phone. Only time I get on social media is when I'm back in my room where my other phone is.
That's brilliant.
Exactly.
I got 2 phones myself, and I don't use the other one because it's out of date. But
I'm trying to look. Download Instagram. Download Snapchat. Delete that. I mean, unless you use Snapchat again, because that's why I need to download
yeah,
Snapchat.
it's
But
great
like,
for contact.
but Instagram and like Twitter and stuff like that, like delete it and put it on your other phone. That way you like, because like the only way you gonna get on it is if you're at your place.
Yeah,
And half the time when you get in there, you're not even gonna think about it. You know what I'm saying? You got your phone all the time during the day. You on your phone all day. Let me look at it.
and I haven't even paid attention to that lately. You know.
True. But you know, me and you different people. You know what I'm just saying? In general.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be like, oh shit, I'm bored. Some people say it's a time like waster time. It's another word for it, but like they use it to pass time, and I definitely agree with that. It just depends. Like, it depends on your feelings towards what you're doing on Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I be tired of seeing people. So I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just, you're scrolling and you're seeing like these people and they getting their little likes or whatever, and it's simple stuff. And I kind of like wrap my head around it. I kind of get like very thoughtful on it. I'm like, how does this person get these amount of likes when they're just posting a simple picture? But it also deals with the crowd.
true. I mean, yeah, because you follow certain people follow you.
Exactly.
So certain people could come to see you. Technically, come to see you for.
But all there is to the app is likes. That's what I'm seeing. You don't see.
I don't even think it's like. I think it's validation. I think it's like a want to be validated. I think
It's like a branch. It's like
exactly.
validation. I think the top thing is validation, and then
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like likes help.
it's like leaders. Like
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
the,
yeah.
I don't know what to say, like child and parents. Or
Nah,
something
I
like
feel
that.
what you're saying.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I used to be strongly on social media at one point.
I
in
was on
time.
Snapchat, man. I was on that shit like every fucking minute. Like I was snapping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like social media is fun. Like, once you get into it, you entertain certain people. I think also the reason why I used to be mad on it was because I had a big following on like Snapchat. I think followers might have something to do with. I mean, yeah, obviously everybody gets on Instagram for followers and likes. That's like the two biggest things. But like,
Sadly.
there's a deeper meaning to it. I feel like people don't. Well, definitely people do acknowledge it, and there's probably tons of stuff about it. But
I want to say something about that. You know, it was this person that I seen. Not even person, plural.
mhm,
It was people. And so I see these people, these group of people,
mhm.
and they post their little pictures and they try to look cute. And they take multiple ones and they go through the selection, they post it, right? And in actual person, they're like so quiet and they're so attached to their
Mhm.
phones. They don't talk to anybody, and yet you're getting like over 1,000 likes on Instagram or whatever. You're popping on social media,
Right.
but in actual life, you're not popping at all. And that just, I feel like that's something I had to strongly speak on because that's something I really admire. To actually be followed in real life.
Yeah, definitely. I like a. Yeah, I think everybody's trying to get an audience, and they think I'm gonna get all these followers. That's my audience. It's like, dude, that's only your audience for like that 5 seconds. It's not even all at once. You know what I mean? Like, your audience is literally just people looking at your shit, liking it, saying a couple words. Oh, that's nice. You cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my style, man. That's not my style.
So what do you think about when you like do something extravagant, like go out to the fair and take pictures with animals or travel for the first time or something? Like, do you take a picture so you can post it to your Instagram? Like, I understand like people have their own specific reasons for their social media
Mhm.
accounts.
I'm pretty sure most of the shit is the same reason. Most people, it's probably the same reason. But
So
mean,
what
like,
would be
for-
the
for,
same
um,
reason?
for one of our friends, for one, who he is. I ain't gonna say him until
Yeah.
because he ain't been on here yet. That's why I ain't gonna say his name. But he posts things simply for likes. You see his Instagram page fucking flooded, like literally every day. He like I was gonna unfollow him because he was just posting every day. I don't want to see you post the same pictures every day. And then it'll be like he'll take multiple photos, and it's like, and then he'll post them on different days, and people do that. I thought he was the only one who did that for a long time, and then like I followed somebody else and they did it. I was like, is this a thing? Like I was like, this is what people do. Like I don't, and I mean, at least he told us why he does. He does it for likes, you know. I'm like,
he thinks he's utilizing the app to its fullest.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not saying that's wrong or not, but you know.
Man, I mean, I feel like I can definitely tell it's a validation issue with him. It might be a validation issue. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about other things, but you know, we talked about it a couple of times. It's like, yo, why do you, like, you're always on
1v1?
Huh?
1v1?
No, I think we were all together. We talked about it. Yeah, we talked because we were talking about Instagram. I remember the conversation I'm relaying it from is from like last year. We was all like at the lunch table. I said lunch table. We was all at the caf. We was eating. We was talking about social media. You know, why we post things. You know, pretty much following back to what you said, and you know, really, you know, to answer what you asked. You know, why post things. Like if I'm going on a trip, right, and I post when it comes to the fair, I post things because of how it looks. Rather than, oh, this picture gonna be fire for Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Like I posted more of like for like a personal, like, yo, this would be hot. Like this would be like my recent picture I have on Instagram, you know, with the two girls blacked out and stuff. I thought it was a cool picture. Like I was like, yo, that is cool. Like it looks like an album cover. You know what I mean? So, but I didn't post it because of, like when I posted it, I didn't post it because of like, oh, like people gonna be like, oh, or people gonna be like this. So that's never in my mind when I post something. It doesn't have to be Instagram. It doesn't have to be Snapchat. Like that's never. I don't post things. Wait, no. Sometimes Snapchat, because sometimes I like to get people irritated sometimes. But I usually don't, like for Instagram when it comes to posts. I'd never post things that for other people or like for validation. I post things because I like it. So like if I'm at the fair, like I'll post this certain picture, and it's like, oh, the reason why I post it is because it like. Well, the reason why I'm going to post it because this is one picture I do want to take when I go to the fair. But it's like because of the lights and like how it shines on like the back and how it makes the colors more vibrant. Like you'll see once we go and stuff like that. But yeah, like, and when it comes to like a trip, to answer that other really example you said, nah, man. Like, to me, I don't really take pictures when I'm on trip. Like I take pictures of like scenery. I don't really take a lot of like personal pics. Like if I'm in the picture, that means like I'm doing something like or something. Like I just did something and something's in the background. Like I went to Jamaica like 2 weeks, not 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago or a year ago. And I think the only pictures I got with like me in it were I just finished climbing the waterfall, and that was me and my family. And probably some pictures on the beach. I don't remember. My mom got all the pictures, but like really that's it. But like nothing was really of me. I didn't take a pic. Also, I wasn't on Instagram at the time. But even if I was, like, nah, that's not me. And on top of that, beforehand, if I took a picture, I'd post it on Snapchat. So Snapchat was my Instagram for a little bit. But you know, nah. Even when we first took my first picture, you remember that when on the rooftop? Yeah. I thought it would look nice, you know, with the whole fit, and I was like, yo, this would be a nice looking picture, you know.
Yeah.
Rather than, you know, I post things for art rather than other people's, you know, reaction. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? How about you? Do you do that? Like, how is your process when you?
Well, my process with my Instagram is to update people. You know, I don't post often, so I rarely post. So when I'm posting, another thing is I feel like with people's Instagram, it says a lot about them, and I feel like it sort of gives a good perception about me. You know, I rarely have any pictures with like groups of friends, and yet I have friends.
True.
You know, and with my Instagram saying that, you know, I only have pictures of myself, you know, it probably says that, you know, I'm a person that truly admire themselves over other people.
I could get that. I could get that.
I don't want that to be a bad perception or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean that's basically it right there, you know. I want to update people and also, you know, let them know that I don't want them too much of my business.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. A lot of people, I feel like I should know this much about you from what you post. Like,
Twitter is
really? I think Snapchat is worse.
Twitter is it allows you to express your thoughts. You know, so if you having any kind of thoughts, type them out, send them.
See, that is where people get caught. That's where people get caught up. You don't need to do
Yeah.
that. Everybody don't need to know what you're thinking. Just like when you talk.
But you have a platform for that.
Exactly.
Freedom of speech.
You're right. You're right. And I'm not telling people in no way like, stop doing this, stop doing that. Do what you want. I don't care at all what you do. This is on you. But just know this might affect you in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Or I have a feeling I know the reason why you do this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, mental health is key, man. Yeah, with the the thing about getting likes, you were saying something about how the likes deal with what now? It start with the V word. You said
validation.
validation. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And you know, it's on the tip. You can get carried away with that. And I think it's best to just, I don't know, try to get out and socialize more, as opposed to just post, tweet,
Social
tweet.
media fucked up the game,
Snap,
B.
snap.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I see its benefits though, as well as
Oh, yeah.
how it doesn't really benefit.
Social media connects the world in a way that's like unimaginable. Like, that is like the number. I think that is the reason why people aren't more strict on social media, because like it's like how you get to the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Without actually traveling.
Yeah, without going there. You know what I mean? Like,
And-
I could go on. You can go on Instagram right now and DM some chick from China. She might respond in English, maybe. Who knows? And then
Without you traveling.
exactly, and y'all have a conversation. Like, yo, tell me about this. Blah, blah, blah. You can do that. You don't even have to meet her. You don't even have to see her. You can look on her page. Oh, that she looks like, okay, cool. Da 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 da. Which is wild. And now we got things like video calling and shit. So it's, I don't know.
Oh, what's that thing called? It's not video call. It's this app that allows you to meet new people every like 20 seconds or something.
Talking about monkey.
Monkey,
Ah,
yeah.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I don't see monkey as a bad thing. Is people on it do some pretty wild stuff, but I don't think it's like necessarily like a horrible thing.
I mean, that's one way of meeting new people
Yeah.
around the world.
Yeah.
But
Social media is just man, like, and back to, and it all circles back. I think that's where
What?
the whole generational identity crisis comes from. I think social media would be the reason for it.
so when do you think it hits? Like, when did you realize that
When did I realize what?
that as a whole society or our generation has a identification crisis?
Oh, like,
Identity crisis, yeah.
I mean,
Crisis.
I've always been like peeping like little things, but like what's set in stone is when I actually saw my friend, like when I got irritated because this dude was like doing all this. I was like, now mind you, I haven't been friends with that guy for like that long. I've been friends with him for like a couple years. It's not like I've been friends with my other friend like since kindergarten, but I know enough about him to the point where it's like you weren't into that whatsoever 2 days ago, and now you're like, huh? And, because of something you saw on your phone. It's one of those. So that's when I realized it. Like I was talking to my homeboy. He was like, yeah. And then I heard him we was on the game, and I heard him in the background. He was talking about some stuff, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, you won't mess with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude bought a hydro flask. For what? The reason why I want a hydro flask is I'm tired of drinking warm water, and I like the whole hydro flask type of thing. I think it's it's easier. After going to Boston, and the real reason that influenced me originally was I went to Boston. I hung out with my homegirl Paige, and and she had a hydro flask, and I saw how useful it was. I was like, that Like at first I was like, why you carrying around that damn thing? I was like, but then I was like, huh, she's like really using it, and it makes sense. She's like, I started to understand why she had it, and she used it like that. That's why I wanted Hydro Flask. Now Hydro Flasks are like dummy popular, like out of nowhere. They were always jumping, but like now they're like, this is a trend. Like and now people are buying them, and it's like, yo, you would have never thought about this until you saw that, and it's like, do you really like that? It's like, did you really want that? Or did you really mean to buy that? Or did you really, or is it because you saw this and it was like, and I mean, you could say the same thing about me. Oh, it's because I hung out with Paige and she had a Hydro Flask. But at the same time, it's like, I took more from that rather than, oh, she has a Hydro Flask, that looks cool, I'm gonna buy one. Nah, I was like,
So the guy that
that was an example,
oh, okay. So
a true example. He has a Hydro Flask, but like,
he has this is the same person we're talking about here, or the same person that posts every day for likes?
no. This is my other friend.
Okay, so let's be clear what the identity crisis thing is about. Well, so you're saying that
I feel like
okay.
to narrow it down and make it more clear, I feel like nobody really knows what they like.
Nobody really knows what they like.
Or like what people like, and I'm using air quotes here, is heavily influenced rather than more so, oh, I've had this experience, I didn't mess with it that much, or
So you think so? It's like Odell gets a hairdo.
Mhm.
He finally gets the perm. People want to see that, and also that's their favorite player.
Mhm.
So they're gonna want to get a perm too, because
Exactly.
he has a perm.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh.
like, do you really like it? And I'm glad you said that and didn't use kids as an example, because kids are heavily influenced. I ain't worried about kids, motherfucker. We grown now. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's. But you definitely hit that shit like on the nail. Like, definitely see, like you like, because definitely when he was popping, like, I mean, he is popping somewhat now, but like when he was like in the media all the time, everybody saw, Odell, all of that, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks go by, you see all these fucking motherfuckers with blonde and wet hair. It's like, what the hell? Like, what the fuck happened? Like, all these fucking
I couldn't stand that either, man.
people's heads look like fucking ramen and wet spaghetti and shit. It's just like, yo.
Yeah,
It's like, and then that begs the question, and it all really comes back to the question, like, did you really like it, or did you like it because he likes it, or did you like it because he's popping off of that?
What if they did really like it?
Well, then you really like it. But I feel like most people in our generation like things because other people like it, or just because it's jumping right now. And
That's
it forces
a good one.
people like to, oh, I gotta keep up. You know what I mean? Oh, I gotta keep doing this. It puts you in that habit, puts you in that repetitive mindset.
Because so you're gonna like it for two reasons, maybe three. Because you actually like it. It wasn't thought of like.
And, oh yeah. Also, I want to add before you finish that, I don't want to say it can't be all three of those things, but I feel like it's more so because I like it because somebody else likes it rather than personal choice.
Okay, so the crisis comes in where it's like, just to be clear, all right. So it's because he like it, so I like it. He likes strawberry ice cream, so I like the straw. Let me taste that. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Oh yeah, I like that too. Let me get that.
Yeah.
But I feel like, oh man. As human beings, we take
True.
and we also give. We take in order to give. And based off of what I was saying earlier about how we take, whether it's like those Adidas pants, we take those Adidas pants, we add those to our wardrobe. We do that, and we also, add our own thing to it. Whereas like our own set of shoes, yet we all get the same pair of shoes, just about.
Right.
I feel like I want to use this guy as an example. We have a friend that loves to wear socks.
Okay.
He always gets, different themed socks, and I find that very cool. You know,
Yeah, a lot of people don't do that.
a lot of people don't do that,
A lot of people like
and
it's kind of crazy. I actually I was used to I used to want to get into that. If I'm being honest, like I used to like I wanted to be the sock guy.
so
Like I wanted to be like that dude with the cool socks, matching the fly
Yeah.
shoes. Like that's hot. Like that's cold.
so would it be an identity crisis for me to want to wear flashy socks too because he's wearing flashy socks?
I wouldn't say.
Or is it because I like the idea and
Uh,
I have the tendency now to want to look for.
I wouldn't say. I think you were inspired, but like
Yeah, I definitely was inspired.
I
you know,
wouldn't
to
say
wear
it's an
my own.
identity crisis because at the end of the day, you would still get what you like rather than getting
So
the
you-
social norm. Like
So if everybody got Freddy Krueger socks, then it's
Actually,
like
speaking of socks, put it like this. Remember when Elite Socks was jumping? Everybody got Elite Socks.
oh yeah.
Nobody was thinking about, oh, these are nice, these are that. Everybody, it was popular, so oh, these are nice. He gets those type of socks, and you're getting those type of socks. Why? Because you like those things, and that still relates back to what we talked about. You get Freddy Krueger socks because you like Freddy Krueger, right? Rather than you get Elite Socks because they're jumping. You feel what I'm saying? Rather than getting Elite Socks because you like them.
Okay, so for me, you know, an example of that, I have my own pair of Elite socks.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one pair.
Mm-hmm.
This was back in like middle school though. I had those socks in middle school, and you know, nowadays I definitely wouldn't do that. You know, if everybody got Elite socks and like, I think about it because you know, I would look at the comments. I always judge my purchase based off of how long it's going to last me. Is it good quality? Is it a comfortable fit? What material is it made of? Legit, that's what I look for. I recently bought a pair of socks. They were James Harden socks.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
James Harden. Okay.
They're James Harden socks.
Rocket sponsor me.
And actually, they were Rocket socks. I had the opportunity to pick, I believe, James Harden socks or Rocket socks. So I went with the Rocket socks because, you know, they were red and they had the Rocket symbol. And, you know, they were red socks. And not only because of that, they were made of, like, I think 64% cotton, like 32% nylon, you know, some stuff like that, you know. Oh, polyester, added some polyester to it, as opposed to 98% polyester, 2% cotton.
Right.
You know, polyester makes your skin itch depending on how sensitive your skin is
I never knew that.
compared to cotton. Yeah, you know, cotton fits better on people with skin irritant issues. And you know, that was my benefit of getting those socks. And these were Stance socks. I've always wanted a pair of Stance socks because
Stance made some cool ass socks. Like,
exactly.
I got some. I got a pair. I got two pair actually.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I don't want to be considerably a part of that society that has an identity crisis going on. You know, because you know, you can look at that in a broad perspective. You know.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I meant for it to be a broad question.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely, I feel like there's a good number of people. It's like,
Oh, what you do? You did psychology? Oh, I'm gonna do psychology too.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, like they're like.
You doing business? Oh, I'm taking business too.
Rather
Yeah.
than it being like, oh, now I'm not saying that you still can't do that though, because it's a gray area too, because it's like, oh, you're doing business that interests me. It's like, huh, you're doing business. I wonder about business like that. Like bringing it back to the example you gave about Odell, right? That hairstyle might be to like when people notice things, it might like on celebrities and shit like that. When people get inspired by celebrities, it is also used to help acknowledge that style. You know what I mean? Rather than
That's always been around.
yeah. So it might just be that. It might just be, oh, I never saw that before and I kind of like it. You know, rather than
Like wearing snapbacks and overalls.
yeah, like that.
Chance the
like,
Rapper. I
see,
want a pair of overalls to this day because it's
Exactly.
something new. And I wanted to try it
it's
for
new,
me.
right? But rather than like, oh, everybody's doing it and like people are starting to look cool. people are getting a lot of likes.
Let me go ahead and get my
People-
overalls right quick before everybody else start getting theirs. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm
Shoot,
saying?
man.
Yeah, or shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's I think it's an issue. It's more annoying more than anything else. It's like, bro, you don't like, and it's hard because it's like you can't really tell somebody if they like something or if they don't like something. So it's like, I don't know. I do know that we have a problem. People like what you like. People.
Yeah, cause you never know if they're legit about it or
Yeah.
if they're like being phony.
Exactly. That's the issue. That I think that's what made it like, made me think about that. Like,
Yeah, that's what makes me hurt in this society. Like, oh my gosh, man. You got on Adidas pants. You got on Adidas pants. You know, you just sit around so you can look cute. You do too, and it's just ridiculous, man.
oh shit, I almost fucking like, but definitely like for people who are listening and like want to get like a clear, like try to, clear thought of it, I would definitely just think about the sock example. Like, would you? Cause I was one of the people, nigga. I had like 4 or 5 pair of Elite socks. I kept asking my mom to buy them for me and shit. And the only reason why I got them was simply because everybody in school had them, and I thought they were cool.
Everybody had
But
snapbacks.
look, exactly. Everybody had snapbacks. Everybody had Elite socks, and I thought they were cool. Now hold up, check this, right? Check what I just said. Everybody had such and such and such, and I thought it was cool. Rather than it being, I thought it was cool, and everybody else just happened to have it. I think that's where the identity crisis comes into play. You think about what everybody else has, and that influences if you like it or not, rather than.
Well, count me in. Count me in because I guess I fall into that. You know.
I mean, I'm saying everybody does. I'm not saying like people not in our generation have, but I think there is I think it's a little bit more prominent, and it's more of an issue. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you have a balance of it, right? Like, like, it's like, all right, like sometimes you do it, but sometimes you don't. But then also there's people who are like that. And I think that's where the question really stems from. People who like things for the sole purpose because it's jumping right now. Like fucking, like, Hypebeast, for another example. Hypebeast like things because it's Supreme, because it's Gucci, because it's that, rather than, oh, Gucci looks nice. Gucci, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my favorite brand is Louis Vuitton and Polo. Polo and Louis Vuitton are my 2 favorite brands. Why? Because I think they make nice products, and I like their design. All the other stuff. A lot of celebrities wear Louis Vuitton. That makes it, but in my opinion, that makes it better. A lot of celebrities also wear Gucci. I like Louis Vuitton more than I like Gucci. A lot of celebrities wear Prada. I like Louis Vuitton more than I like Prada. You know what I'm saying?
So even does racial judgment affect the impact on whether you like the designer product or not?
Design? You talking about designer or just things in general?
You know, like the owner of Timberland races. You know, the owner of Gucci. You know, had some crazy, masks that try to represent black people.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
So like, does that not? Oh, Tommy Hilfiger. You know, he doesn't like black people wearing his clothes, from what I hear.
I don't rock Tommy Hilfiger at all.
So,
But
so that,
I mean,
yeah, the question is, so like, if Ralph Lauren was to come out and be like, I don't want black people wearing my clothes,
I would probably stop. Wait, hold up.
would you
Nah.
burn all your polo, or would you keep
hell no, I
wearing
ain't
it?
burning all my polo. What the?
So you wouldn't shop there no
No,
more?
I'm saying it. Well, first off, I'm gonna get this clear. I'm saying I'm not gonna burn all my polo because that's my clothes, nigga. I'm not burning my clothes. But if they were to come out and say that, I feel different. I don't know if I'd still shop there or not. I really don't know, depending. But I ain't gotta worry about Louis Vuitton. So they don't like black people wearing their stuff and shit. I won't buy it in the first place. So, hey, ain't no thing to me. But really, yeah, I see that. But adding on to one of the examples that you gave, Tommy Hilfiger. Like I don't rock Tommy Hilfiger because of that. But I also like later on in life as I started to see more Tommy and stuff like that, some of the things are nice, but like overall I don't find Tommy Hilfiger like that.
Alluring. I never found them
Me,
alluring
yeah, I
either.
just
The
really
the
never
brand.
found it that cool. So my mind shifted from like, oh, I'm not liking it because that's what is the right thing to do. Like I'm using air quotes, but like what is that is the right thing to do rather than it went from that to I still kind of don't like it. Even if I didn't care, I like it. You know, rather people buy Tommy simply because
They
it's
like what they like.
exactly they like what they like, or it's an aesthetic. You know, it's like an aesthetic should be what you create it to be. You know, rather than anything else. And it's real iffy. That whole subject is like real. I don't know, man.
So with the identity crisis, do you feel like if our population, well, if our generation suffers from identity crisis, you know, and it's a broad definition, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, you know, I'm not gonna like it if these people like. I do that with music. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you like this song? I hate this song. Somehow the song with Drake and Chris Brown, now I really like that song, and it's all over the radio. But most songs that play all
It's
over the
not a bad
radio,
song.
I can't stand them.
Yeah.
You know, everybody loves it, everybody sing it, and I guess just that's it. So I'm saying all that just to say, I had this question. So with the identity crisis here, I forgot what I was gonna go with it, man. Oh man, how much time we have left?
We got about 30 minutes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we've been on a roll, man.
Yeah, yeah. So with the, do you feel like you know you take right whatever you like you add to yourselves.
Mhm.
Do you feel like there's a lot of phoniness going on?
Phoniness? Yeah. Yes. I feel like yes. That would be what that's definitely in relation to the question.
So-
Definitely. I feel like that's what that could even be another term for the identity crisis. Like I think it's more so phony appeal, I guess. You know, it's like I still keep saying I don't really like this because I keep saying that same term, but like
You
Yeah,
wear this. You wear this to look good, but your personality doesn't match up.
yeah, like you wear this to look good for other people rather than you wear it to look good for yourself, or you wear it because you think it looks good.
And I think about that with females. Like, you know, why do you wear these crop tops and short dresses?
Well, hey guys, sorry to interrupt, but there's another group coming in at 5.
Okay,
So if you guys could wrap up, that'd be great.
got you.
Sorry.
You know, why do you wear these short dresses?
Right.
And you know, you're just like, oh, I don't want people looking at me. You know, it's obviously, I mean, it's obviously we're going to look.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, I don't know. And then you were taught to dress this particular way.
Mhm.
Now, when you're being taught to dress this particular way, you know, you're gonna be brought up to wear loose clothing. You
Mhm.
know, for me, I was brought up wearing loose suits. You know,
Mhm.
now I like the more fitted suits because it
Mhm.
actually fits me and so on forward. And I forgot where I was gonna go with that too, man.
Hey man, look, it don't matter anyway. Shit.
Um,
No, like to add on to what you said, I feel that, but I think in some cases, some females just actually like, cause I have a lot of female friends. A lot of females say like, "Oh, I wear this because it's comfortable," and
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure that's why they wear it. I'm pretty sure because you know I wouldn't see why that's not comfortable. A long, you know, the sundresses, them shits look fucking cozy. It's nothing but your body rubbing up against you. Like it's long, thin dress. Of course that'd be comfortable. But like you know, some people do wear that type of things and just complain about, oh, I don't know, and that, you know, and it's hard because it's like you want to find who, like, you're phony or you're not phony or you don't necessarily want to pick them out because that's too much. That ain't nobody.
You can be wrong about that too.
And on top of that, you can be wrong about that. So nobody. And let's be honest, like it's not that deep, but I think it's something to acknowledge. Something to definitely. And I love talking about that question with like multiple people. I love it because it's interesting. It's different. Really characterize it.
One last question.
What's up?
So, what do you think? I'm seeing the jacket you have on now. It has crazy designs on
Mhm.
it, right? You've always been a person that pops in a way. So, what do you think has been the motive for you to be the type of person you are now, as far as your style and the way that you think for yourself,
Really?
or try to at least?
I think it's color, man. Like I used to wear a lot of black and gray and shit like that. And it was like, I don't know, like this is one day I got up, I was like, that's some nice colors. Like, and on top of that, my favorite color was orange. Like if I
Yeah.
wasn't wearing black or gray, it'd be a little bit of orange in it. Like, but then I was like, and then I personally wanted to do more, with how I dress and stuff. I was like, you can't do that much with black. You know what I mean? And like this jacket, for instance, I like this jacket 'cause all the shit that's on it. That's cool. And then like it's just simple. It goes to the bottom. It's blue. Boom. But like all this that's cool to me. Rather than it's like, oh, I like it 'cause I'm jumping right now. I might get this. I might get something like this 'cause it's jumping. Shit, Versace. You remember when Versace was like huge? And then like
I didn't care for it, man.
I didn't care for it either. And then all like the brands and like the pop-up shops and shit with like making shit with chains on it. Like it'd be a regular black shirt with a bunch of
Yeah.
chains on it and shit. You remember that shit? It was
Got a
like
fake Versace.
exactly. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
Why they do that? Because it's popping. But some people genuinely like that style. But it's like some people, it's like I feel like most people are like, oh, I like that, and they. I'm not saying they genuinely don't, but they do like it. But like the reason why is the issue rather than you liking something. It's not really about what you like. It's more so of like
The backstory.
yeah, like, because that means you really don't. If that's the case, if that's the case, that means you really ain't fucking with it.
So, this is probably on or maybe off topic. You know how like you add certain skills to your arsenal.
It's your final thoughts, by the way. We about to
Yeah,
close
yeah.
it down. We about to close it down.
So, do you think it's about the gut feeling, or you personally that allows you to pick out what skill you would like to take in? Like
No, I definitely get what you're saying.
Okay.
I think it's just my skill. I think it's just me. I just developed over time. I think you got to be unapologetically you, and people don't do that.
so you can see that even in television shows that you watch, sports.
Yeah, I don't even watch sports. I'm not into sports. I'm not into sports like that.
Okay, so a TV show like I don't want to use Naruto, but you have some
Yeah,
familiarity
I
or
do.
what how to go. Naruto, he has a Rasengan.
Uh-huh.
He took that on, and not only that, it's been carried and perfected,
Mhm.
and then you have Boruto as the vanishing Rasengan.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as the world thrive, is bigger problems.
True. I agree with that. I agree with that. I definitely do. Any final thoughts? Well, anything you want to say before we head up out of here?
Be you, man.
Hey, sorry for interrupting again. My manager wanted me to check up on you guys.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, we finna
Very
close up. We got like 5 minutes, B. Damn, man. See, they trying to kick a black man out of here. Now I gotta do editing. Look what they did to me. Now I gotta go in and cut some of this shit out. This is great. No, I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. But
Yeah, be you, man.
yeah. But yeah, you wanna plug anything? You wanna shout out your social media? You wanna shout out? This is fucking redundant. But yeah, shout out your social media or like your music. Talk about that. You know what I mean?
I'm just a
Anything
human
you
being, man.
Anything you wanna plug?
I'm working on some music. I'm not gonna tell you my name, but
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I probably could. I don't know, but I'm working on some music, and maybe we can meet up on the podcast again, and
Oh yeah.
or chit chat about it.
See, definitely. I think I might need you again this weekend for an episode because I want to get some rappers, some local rappers. I need all. I need 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. I'm trying to develop it, and yeah, school. You know, you gotta handle that.
Word. Well, hey man, it's been a good episode.
Yeah.
First episode of Pointless Thoughts, people.
Pointless.
Yeah, it's all pointless. Don't worry about once you finish this. Just remember. I don't know. I really don't. But anyway, look. Thank you for listening. I want to call it a day. Hey, look. For final thoughts, I just want to say. Actually, I don't know. So, peace.